In the heart of feudal China, a land steeped in tradition and ancient mysticism, nestled among terraced rice paddies and mist-covered mountains, lay the tranquil village of Qingyun. Here, time flowed like the meandering river that cradled the village in its embrace. The villagers, mostly farmers, toiled under the watchful gaze of emerald-green rice fields, their daily lives a reflection of a bygone era. It was in this idyllic setting that our story begins. Amidst the rustic charm of Qingyun lived a young man named Li Wei, the son of a humble farmer, Zhang Wei. Li Wei's life was a tapestry of simple pleasures and modest ambitions. His sturdy hands bore the calluses of labor, his brow often adorned with sweat from a day's work in the fields. Yet, his eyes held a spark of curiosity and a longing for something more. Since childhood, Li Wei had felt a connection to the natural world, a resonance with the elements that surrounded him, a connection he could not quite explain. Li Wei's backstory was one of familial love and hardship. His mother had passed away when he was just a child, leaving him with vague memories of her soothing lullabies and the scent of jasmine that always seemed to linger in her presence. His father, Zhang Wei, had raised him with unwavering dedication, imparting the values of hard work and humility. Zhang Wei often told Li Wei stories of their ancestors, who had tilled the same land for generations, and the importance of preserving the traditions of their village. Li Wei's personality traits were a blend of his father's resilience and his own innate curiosity. He possessed a quiet determination, a trait that had earned him the respect of the village elders. Though introverted by nature, he had a gentle heart that endeared him to his few close friends. Li Wei's daily routine consisted of helping his father in the fields, tending to their modest home, and occasionally escaping into the nearby bamboo groves to find solace in the whispers of the wind and the rustle of leaves. As Li Wei gazed out at the golden fields swaying in the breeze, he couldn't help but wonder about the world beyond Qingyun. He often found himself lost in daydreams, his thoughts drifting toward distant horizons and the mysteries that lay beyond the mountains that cradled their village. It was this yearning for something more, something he couldn't quite define, that stirred within him like a dormant ember, waiting for the right spark to ignite. The village of Qingyun had its own rhythms and traditions, from the annual dragon festival that filled the streets with vibrant colors to the quiet moments of reflection at the village shrine. Li Wei cherished these moments, but a restlessness gnawed at him, a sense that there was a destiny he had yet to discover. Little did he know that his life was on the cusp of a remarkable transformation, one that would forever change the course of his ordinary existence in the rural village of Qingyun. One fateful evening, as the setting sun bathed the village in a warm, golden hue, Li Wei's destiny began to unfurl. It started with a series of vivid dreams that would leave him both perplexed and intrigued, setting in motion a chain of events that would challenge everything he knew about himself and his place in the world. In these dreams, Li Wei would find himself standing at the edge of a tranquil lake, its waters reflecting the colors of the setting sun. But it was not the beauty of the scenery that captured his attention, it was the way the elements responded to his unspoken thoughts. The earth beneath his feet shifted, and water danced to his command. These dreams left Li Wei with a sense of wonder and an unshakable belief that there was more to his existence than the life of a simple farmer's son. As Li Wei woke from one such dream, beads of perspiration glistening on his brow, he realized that his world was about to change in ways he could never have imagined. The mysteries of his dreams would soon lead him to a chance encounter with an enigmatic traveler, setting him on a path that would reveal the true depths of his magical potential. The stage was set, and the young farmer's son, Li Wei, stood on the precipice of an extraordinary journey. His ordinary life in the rural village of Qingyun was about to give way to a destiny intertwined with the ancient forces of magic and the rich tapestry of feudal China. Little did he know that his path would lead him to discoveries beyond his wildest dreams, forging a new chapter in the history of his village and the empire itself. Chapter 2: Mysterious Dreams. The tranquil village of Qingyun slumbered under the silver glow of the moon, the rhythmic croaking of frogs in the nearby rice paddies serving as a lullaby. Inside his modest straw-thatched hut, Li Wei lay in his simple pallet, his eyes closed in peaceful slumber. But tonight, his dreams would be anything but ordinary. As the world around him faded away, Li Wei found himself standing on the banks of a serene lake, bathed in the ethereal light of 1,000 fireflies. The still waters stretched out before him like a mirror, reflecting the starlit heavens above. He felt a strange, pulsating energy in the air, like the heartbeat of the earth itself. Li Wei's hands trembled as he extended them toward the water's surface, his fingers barely touching the cool liquid. To his astonishment, as if responding to his unspoken thoughts, the water began to ripple and dance in intricate patterns. It rose and fell, forming graceful arcs and spirals, all guided by his silent will. The earth beneath his feet seemed to respond as well, shifting and molding at his command. Confusion mingled with awe as Li Wei struggled to comprehend the meaning of this vivid dream. He had never experienced anything like it before. The sensation of power, the connection to the elements, it was both exhilarating and terrifying. He withdrew his hands, and the water stilled, returning to its placid state. Awakening in a cold sweat, Li Wei found himself back in the familiar surroundings of his hut. The dream had felt so real, and yet it was shrouded in mystery. He sat up, his heart pounding, as he tried to make sense of what had just transpired. Was it just a dream? He whispered to himself, his voice trembling in the silence. But deep down, he couldn't dismiss the nagging feeling that there was more to it than mere imagination. The following nights brought more of these enigmatic dreams. Each time, Li Wei would find himself in different natural settings, forests, mountains, and valleys. And each time, he would discover that he could command the elements with a mere thought. Fire danced at his fingertips, wind obeyed his wishes, and the earth yielded to his command. Yet, the dreams offered no explanations, leaving him with a sense of unease and a growing fear of the unknown. During the day, Li Wei's thoughts were consumed by these perplexing dreams. He confided in his father, Zhang Wei, who listened with a furrowed brow and a mixture of concern and wonder. Perhaps they are omens, Zhang Wei suggested, his weathered face creased in thought. Our ancestors believed that such dreams were messages from the spirits. Maybe you have been chosen for a special purpose. Li Wei couldn't deny the possibility, but the uncertainty gnawed at him. The powers he glimpsed in his dreams were beyond anything he had ever imagined, and he had no idea how to control or harness them. Weeks turned into months, and the dreams persisted, each one revealing new facets of his burgeoning abilities. Li Wei's fear began to give way to a determination to understand the truth of his existence. He sought guidance from the village elders and even consulted the village shaman, hoping for answers that would quell his confusion. But the answers remained elusive, and the fear of the unknown continued to haunt him. It was a fear born not from the dreams themselves, but from the uncertainty of what they meant for his future. Li Wei had embarked on a path that would lead him into uncharted territory, where he would confront not only his magical potential but also the shadows of doubt and uncertainty that clung to him like a relentless fog. In the quiet moments of the night, as Li Wei lay in his pallet, he couldn't help but wonder if he was the harbinger of change, or the unwitting pawn in a cosmic game. Only time would reveal the true nature of his mysterious dreams and the destiny that awaited him in the ancient land of Qingyun. Chapter 3, Encounters with a Wise Sage. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the village of Qingyun. Li Wei, burdened by the weight of his enigmatic dreams, wandered along the winding path that led to the village's outskirts. His footsteps were aimless, his mind lost in contemplation. He had sought answers from every corner of the village, but clarity remained elusive. As the darkness deepened, Li Wei found himself in the heart of a dense bamboo grove. The moonlight filtered through the tall stalks, casting a silvery glow on the forest floor. It was in this ethereal setting that his path would cross with destiny. A soft rustling among the bamboo alerted Li Wei, causing him to turn his gaze toward the source of the sound. Emerging from the shadows came a figure, cloaked in robes that seemed to blend seamlessly with the night. The traveler's steps were silent, and his presence exuded an air of otherworldly wisdom. Li Wei's heart quickened as the enigmatic traveler drew near. He had never seen this man before, and his appearance in the bamboo grove seemed almost otherworldly. The traveler's eyes, piercing and ageless, met Li Wei's with a knowing gaze that sent shivers down his spine. "Ah, young one," the traveler said in a voice that carried the weight of centuries, "I see you are burdened by visions of the arcane." Li Wei's voice caught in his throat as he stammered, "Who are you, and how do you know of my dreams?" The traveler offered a cryptic smile. "I am but a wanderer, a seeker of ancient truths. My name is known to few, but you may call me Master Lao." Li Wei couldn't help but feel that this encounter was fated, that Master Lao held the key to unlocking the mysteries of his dreams. With a mixture of trepidation and hope, he began to share the details of his dreams and the strange abilities he had glimpsed within them. Master Lao listened intently, his eyes never leaving Li Wei's face. When the young farmer's son had finished recounting his experiences, Master Lao spoke, his words laden with gravitas. "Young Li Wei, what you possess is a rare gift, a connection to the elemental forces that shape our world. These dreams are not mere illusions, they are a glimpse into your true potential." Li Wei's heart soared with a mix of relief and curiosity. Could this wise sage hold the answers he had been seeking for so long? "Master Lao, please, I beg you," Li Wei implored, "teach me, guide me in understanding these powers. I am lost without your wisdom." Master Lao's eyes twinkled with a hint of amusement. "Patience, young one. The path of the mage is not an easy one. It requires discipline, dedication, and an unwavering spirit. Are you prepared to face the challenges that lie ahead?" Without hesitation, Li Wei nodded. "I am ready, Master Lao. I will do whatever it takes to harness this gift and uncover the truths of my existence." A subtle smile graced Master Lao's lips. "Very well, Li Wei. The journey begins tonight." And so, under the watchful gaze of the moon and the rustling bamboo, Li Wei's fate became intertwined with that of the enigmatic traveler. Master Lao would become his mentor, his guide into the world of magic and the mysteries of the elements. Over the weeks that followed, Li Wei's life transformed. Under Master Lao's tutelage, he delved into the ancient texts and scrolls that held the secrets of elemental magic. He learned to channel the energies of earth and water, to feel the pulse of nature's rhythms, and to command the elements with precision and control. But the path was not without its challenges. Li Wei faced countless trials and tests, both physical and mental. He learned the importance of patience, humility, and the delicate balance between power and responsibility. Master Lao was a demanding teacher, pushing Li Wei to his limits and beyond. As the days turned into months, Li Wei's bond with Master Lao deepened. The sage became not only his mentor but also a father figure, guiding him not only in matters of magic but also in matters of the heart and spirit. Li Wei's fear and confusion began to give way to a newfound confidence, a sense of purpose that had long eluded him. Under the cover of darkness, he would practice his newfound abilities, shaping the elements to his will, and gradually, the visions of his dreams began to make sense. He understood that he was destined for something greater, that his connection to the elements was a gift that carried both immense potential and profound responsibility. As Li Wei stood beside Master Lao one moonlit night, overlooking the village of Qingyun from a hilltop, he knew that his journey had only just begun. The world of magic and the mysteries of the elements awaited him, and he was determined to embrace his destiny with unwavering resolve. In the mentorship of Master Lao, Li Wei had found not only a teacher but also a guide through the labyrinthine realms of magic. Together, they would uncover the ancient secrets that had long been hidden, forging a path that would forever alter the course of Li Wei's life and the fate of the village of Qingyun. Chapter 4: The Elemental Training. Under the tutelage of Master Lao, Li Wei's life took on a new rhythm. The days began before dawn, with the crisp morning air carrying the scent of dew-covered leaves. Li Wei would meet his mentor in a secluded clearing nestled within the bamboo grove, where the first rays of sunlight filtered through the tall stalks like liquid gold. Master Lao, with his deep well of knowledge and enigmatic presence, had begun Li Wei's training in earnest. The first lessons focused on the fundamentals of elemental magic, earth and water. These were the building blocks upon which all other forms of magic would be based, and mastering them was essential. Patience, Li Wei, Master Lao would often remind him. In the world of magic, haste can be your greatest enemy. And so, with an open heart and a willing spirit, Li Wei embarked on his journey to understand the elements. Li Wei's first lesson in earth magic was deceptively simple, moving a small pebble with his mind. Master Lao demonstrated effortlessly, and then it was Li Wei's turn. He concentrated, his brow furrowing in concentration, but the pebble remained unmoved. He tried again, and then again, with frustration mounting. Your mind is like a garden, Master Lao explained. Cultivate it patiently, and the earth will yield to your command. Days turned into weeks as Li Wei practiced tirelessly. The soil in the clearing became a testament to his efforts, marked by countless small holes where he had attempted to move the pebbles. Doubt crept in, and he wondered if he had the innate talent for this ancient art. Li Wei's journey into water magic was equally challenging. Controlling the ebb and flow of water, guiding it with precision, was an intricate dance that required a deep connection to the element. He would spend hours by the village's serene pond, attempting to shape the water's surface. The water, however, proved to be a formidable adversary. It flowed where it pleased, slipping through Li Wei's grasp like a fleeting dream. He could create ripples and splashes, but true control eluded him. Master Lao observed Li Wei's struggles with empathy. Water is fluid, Li Wei. It resists restraint. To master it, you must become one with its essence. As the challenges mounted, doubt gnawed at Li Wei's resolve. He wondered if he was destined to remain a mere observer of the elements, forever separated from their true power. The frustration of unfulfilled potential weighed heavily on him. One crisp morning, as Li Wei practiced earth magic, he hit a breaking point. Frustration and self-doubt reached their zenith, and he sank to his knees, hands buried in the soil. Tears of frustration welled up in his eyes. Master Lao, ever vigilant, approached him with a gentle smile. Li Wei, remember that magic flows not only from knowledge but from the depths of your spirit. Embrace your connection to the earth, and it will respond in kind. In that moment, Li Wei closed his eyes, letting go of his doubts and fears. He felt the pulse of the earth beneath his hands, its ancient heartbeat resonating with his own. With newfound clarity and determination, he raised his hands, and the pebbles responded, lifting into the air as if guided by an invisible hand. The sense of accomplishment was indescribable. It was a turning point in Li Wei's training, a moment when he truly began to understand the harmony that existed between mage and element. Over time, Li Wei's mastery over earth and water grew, though challenges continued to test his resolve. Yet, with each obstacle overcome, he drew closer to unlocking the true potential of his magical abilities. The bond between mentor and apprentice deepened, and the world of magic unfolded before Li Wei like an intricate tapestry, waiting to be explored. As he stood amidst the bamboo grove, his hands outstretched, guiding the elements with confidence and grace, Li Wei knew that his journey had only just begun. The challenges and setbacks he had faced were but stepping stones on the path to a destiny that beckoned him, a destiny intertwined with the very essence of the elements themselves. Chapter 5, The Forbidden Scroll. As the days turned into months, Li Wei's proficiency in earth and water magic continued to grow under the watchful eye of Master Lao. Yet, despite his progress, a nagging curiosity gnawed at him, a curiosity about the untapped potential of fire and air, the elements that remained shrouded in mystery. One day, as Li Wei explored the dusty shelves of the small library in Master Lao's humble abode, he discovered an ancient scroll hidden away in a dark corner. Its parchment was brittle and yellowed with age, adorned with cryptic symbols and diagrams that hinted at the knowledge within. The scroll's presence seemed to beckon him, and curiosity got the better of him. Master Lao, unaware of Li Wei's discovery, had ventured into the village to gather supplies. Alone in the dimly lit room, Li Wei unrolled the scroll, revealing the forbidden secrets of fire and air magic. The scroll was a treasure trove of forbidden knowledge. Its pages described the intricacies of fire and air magic with unparalleled detail. The text revealed how to harness the fury of flames and the boundless power of the winds. Diagrams depicted intricate spells and incantations that promised mastery over these elements. As Li Wei delved deeper into the scroll's teachings, a sense of awe and exhilaration washed over him. Fire and air, like earth and water, were part of the elemental tapestry that wove through the fabric of the world. But their potential, as revealed in the scroll, surpassed anything he had ever imagined. The allure of forbidden knowledge was intoxicating, and Li Wei could not resist the temptation to explore these uncharted realms of magic. With each passing day, Li Wei's fascination with fire and air magic grew. He began to experiment cautiously, following the scroll's instructions meticulously. Sparks danced at his fingertips, and gusts of wind answered his call. The sensation of wielding such power was intoxicating, and he yearned to master these elements as he had with earth and water. But the scroll's warnings, hidden amidst the pages of instruction, became increasingly clear. Fire, unchecked, could consume not only the physical world but also the soul. Air, when harnessed improperly, could unleash destructive tempests that knew no restraint. The price of tampering with such forces was steep. Reckless experimentation could lead to catastrophe. Master Lao, ever perceptive, began to sense a change in Li Wei. He saw the flicker of fire in the young mage's eyes and the growing command of the winds. Concern etched lines on his face as he realized the source of Li Wei's newfound abilities. Li Wei, Master Lao implored, I sense that you have ventured into forbidden territory. The scroll you have found is a perilous path, one that can lead to destruction if not approached with the utmost caution. Li Wei, consumed by his desire for power, hesitated. But Master, the secrets within could help protect our village. I could become a guardian, a protector. Master Lao's gaze remained unwavering. Power, when unchecked, can be as great a threat as any danger it seeks to prevent. The elements must be respected, their harmony preserved. To wield them recklessly is to court disaster. In his quest for mastery over fire and air, Li Wei continued to push the boundaries of his abilities, heedless of the warnings. Flames roared to life at his command, and winds howled with his every gesture. But with each display of power, he felt a growing unease in his heart, a realization that the scroll's teachings had come at a great cost. One fateful night, as Li Wei attempted to summon a mighty gust of wind, the forces he had harnessed spiraled out of control. The winds raged uncontrollably, tearing through the bamboo grove, uprooting trees, and causing chaos in their wake. Li Wei struggled desperately to regain control, but the elemental fury he had unleashed was beyond his command. It was Master Lao who intervened, his own mastery over the elements evident as he quelled the tempest with a wave of his hand. The wind subsided, leaving behind a scene of devastation. The once tranquil grove lay in ruins, and Li Wei stood amidst the wreckage, humbled and shaken. Master Lao's voice was heavy with disappointment as he spoke, Li Wei, you have seen firsthand the dangers of seeking power without wisdom. Forbidden knowledge is a path fraught with peril, and it is not to be trifled with. Li Wei hung his head in shame, regret gnawing at him. He had been blinded by ambition, and in his pursuit of power, he had lost sight of the wisdom that Master Lao had tried to impart. As they returned to their training in earth and water magic, Li Wei understood the true meaning of responsibility and the delicate balance required when wielding the elements. The forbidden scroll remained locked away, a reminder of the costly lesson he had learned. The knowledge of fire and air magic, though tantalizing, came at a price that was too high to pay. The dangers of tampering with forbidden knowledge had been made painfully clear, and Li Wei vowed to walk the path of the mage with reverence and humility, guided by the wisdom of his mentor, Master Lao. Chapter 6, Trials and Tribulations. With the forbidden knowledge of fire and air magic locked away, Li Wei focused his efforts on honing his abilities in earth and water, under the watchful guidance of Master Lao. As the seasons changed and the village of Qingyun continued its timeless existence, Li Wei's skills in elemental magic grew stronger. But there came a time when his mentor deemed him ready to face his first magical trials. Under a clear, azure sky, Li Wei stood in a tranquil field on the outskirts of the village. Master Lao, with a hint of a smile, had instructed him to summon forth a manifestation of earth, a challenge that would test not only his command over the element but also his connection to the world around him. With a deep breath, Li Wei began to channel his energy, feeling the pulse of the earth beneath his feet. He raised his hands, palms upturned, and slowly, the ground responded. Rich, brown soil swirled around him, forming into a massive golem, its form taking shape as if carved from the very earth itself. The earth golem towered over him, its stony fists clenched and its eyes gleaming with an eerie light. Li Wei's heart raced as he commanded the creature to move, to respond to his will. It lumbered forward with deliberate steps, its every movement guided by his thoughts. But the trial was far from over. As he pushed the limits of his control, the earth golem's movements grew erratic, its form beginning to crumble. Li Wei's resolve was put to the test as he struggled to maintain command over the elemental creation. Hours passed, and sweat beaded on his brow as he battled to keep the golem together. It was a trial of patience, focus, and the strength of his connection to the earth. When at last the sun dipped below the horizon, and the earth golem stood unshaken, Li Wei knew he had passed his first trial, a testament to his growing mastery. The second trial came in the form of a shimmering pond at the heart of the village, its tranquil surface reflecting the world like a mirror. Master Lao instructed Li Wei to cleanse the pond, ridding it of pollutants and impurities to restore its natural purity. With his newfound command of water magic, Li Wei set to work. He drew the water from the pond, watching as it flowed through his fingers like liquid silk. With deliberate movements, he separated the impurities from the water, forming a swirling vortex of filth. It was a delicate dance, and one that required a deep understanding of the element. But as Li Wei continued his efforts, the trial took an unexpected turn. The impurities within the pond seemed to resist his control, coalescing into a monstrous, watery serpent. It rose from the depths, its form undulating with a sinister grace. Li Wei's heart raced as he realized that the trial had transformed into a battle for control over the very element he sought to purify. The serpent lashed out, its watery tendrils striking with deadly precision. Li Wei's every instinct screamed at him to flee, but he stood his ground, determined to conquer the trial. With focused intent, he summoned the power of water to his aid, engaging in a watery dance with the serpent. The battle raged on, an intricate exchange of power and control. Li Wei's mastery over water grew with each passing moment, and as dawn broke, the serpent finally succumbed to his command, dispersing into droplets that merged back into the now pure pond. As Li Wei's magical abilities flourished, he soon found that the world beyond Qingyun was not without its challenges. During a journey to a neighboring village, he encountered a band of rogue mages who sought to harness the power of the elements for their own gain. Their leader, a formidable mage named Shenlong, saw Li Wei as a threat and challenged him to a duel of magic. Li Wei's heart raced as he faced Shenlong, the air crackling with tension. The battle that ensued was a breathtaking display of elemental mastery. Bolts of lightning clashed with torrents of water, and fiery eruptions vied against gusts of wind. It was a battle of not only power but also strategy and finesse. With each passing moment, Li Wei's understanding of his abilities deepened. He summoned the elements with precision, countering Shenlong's attacks with calculated grace. The battle raged on, and as the sun dipped below the horizon, it became clear that Li Wei's resolve was unshakable. In the end, it was Li Wei who emerged victorious, the rogue mages retreating in defeat. But the encounter served as a stark reminder that the world beyond Qingyun held both allies and adversaries, and the responsibilities of wielding the elements were not to be taken lightly. Trials and tribulations would continue to test Li Wei's abilities and resolve, but with each challenge he faced, he grew stronger, more attuned to the elemental forces that coursed through his veins. His journey into the world of magic had only just begun, and the path ahead held mysteries and adventures that he could scarcely imagine. Chapter 7: A Journey to the Imperial City. With his growing mastery of elemental magic and the trials he had overcome, Li Wei's horizons had expanded far beyond the tranquil village of Qingyun. The time had come for him to seek further training and guidance, and there was no place more suitable than the Imperial City, the heart of the empire. Master Lao, recognizing Li Wei's potential, agreed to accompany him on this journey. They embarked on a long and arduous trek to the Imperial City, their path winding through ancient forests, bustling market towns, and serene valleys. The journey was a test of endurance, and it strengthened the bond between mentor and apprentice. As they approached the Imperial City, the landscape transformed, giving way to ornate palaces, bustling streets, and imposing walls that encircled the heart of the empire. The city was a marvel of architecture and culture, a testament to the grandeur of the ruling dynasty. Within the labyrinthine streets of the Imperial City, Li Wei and Master Lao found themselves immersed in a world of intrigue and politics. The imperial court was a complex web of alliances and rivalries, where mages and scholars vied for favor and influence. Their arrival did not go unnoticed. Rumors of a gifted young mage from the countryside had spread like wildfire through the city's elite. Li Wei's abilities had piqued the interest of the court, and he was soon invited to demonstrate his powers in front of the emperor himself. The palace was a sprawling complex of opulent halls and intricately landscaped gardens. Li Wei, with Master Lao by his side, stood before the throne of the emperor, a figure of immense power and authority. The courtiers and dignitaries watched with bated breath as Li Wei summoned the elements, weaving intricate displays of magic that left the audience in awe. The emperor, a shrewd and discerning ruler, saw potential in Li Wei's abilities and offered him a place within the Imperial Academy, a prestigious institution where the empire's most talented mages received further training. It was an honor that few received, and Li Wei accepted with humility and gratitude. Life within the Imperial Academy was a stark contrast to the tranquility of Qingyun. It was a place of rigorous discipline, where knowledge and power were honed to a fine edge. Li Wei found himself among a diverse group of students, each with their own unique talents and ambitions. The academy's instructors were demanding, pushing Li Wei to delve even deeper into the mysteries of elemental magic. He faced new challenges, mastering advanced spells and techniques that stretched the limits of his abilities. The competition was fierce, as students vied for recognition and advancement within the academy's ranks. But it wasn't just academic challenges that Li Wei faced. The politics of the imperial court extended to the academy, with rivalries and rival factions vying for influence. Li Wei had to navigate the treacherous waters of court intrigue, learning to discern friend from foe and to tread carefully among those who sought to use his abilities for their own gain. As Li Wei's time in the imperial city continued, he became aware of a growing undercurrent of unrest within the empire. Whispers of rebellion and dissent echoed through the city's alleys, and he couldn't ignore the signs of a brewing storm. It seemed that the empire's grip on its vast territories was slipping, and the balance of power was shifting. Master Lao, with his deep insights and understanding of the world, became Li Wei's guide in navigating these turbulent times. Together, they delved into the secrets of the empire's history, uncovering hidden agendas and plots that threatened to destabilize the realm. Li Wei's presence in the imperial city was no longer just about personal growth, it was about the fate of the empire itself. He would need to draw upon all his training, wisdom, and the bonds he had forged with his mentor to navigate the intricate web of politics and intrigue that surrounded him. The journey to the imperial city had brought Li Wei face to face with challenges he had never imagined, and the path ahead held uncertainties and dangers that would test his abilities and resolve to their limits. In the heart of the empire, where power and ambition clashed, he would play a pivotal role in shaping the destiny of the realm. Chapter 8: Unveiling Family Secrets. Amidst the hustle and bustle of the imperial city and the rigorous training at the Imperial Academy, Li Wei's thoughts often drifted back to his roots, the humble village of Qingyun and the family he had left behind. He couldn't shake the feeling that there were family secrets yet to be uncovered, mysteries that were entwined with his magical lineage. Late one night, as he studied under the dim glow of a flickering candle, a scroll caught his eye, a scroll that bore the emblem of the village elders. It was a document he had inherited from his father, Zhang Wei, a document that had long been kept hidden away. With trembling hands, Li Wei unrolled the scroll, revealing a series of faded symbols and cryptic writings. It was a family heirloom, passed down through generations, and Li Wei had never paid it much attention until now. The scroll told a story that spanned centuries, a story of a lineage steeped in magic, of mages and mystics who had walked the path of the elements. Li Wei's family, the Wei clan, had a legacy that dated back to a time when magic flowed through the veins of their ancestors. As he deciphered the ancient script, Li Wei learned of his great-great-grandfather, Wei Xian, a powerful mage who had been revered for his mastery over the elements. Wei Xian had been a guardian of the village, using his magic to protect it from threats both natural and supernatural. But it was not just Wei Xian's magical prowess that intrigued Li Wei, it was the mention of a hidden artifact, the elemental medallion. This legendary relic was said to bestow immense power upon its wielder, a power that harnessed the combined forces of earth, water, fire, and air. The medallion had been passed down through the generations, a symbol of the Wei family's magical heritage. But it had disappeared under mysterious circumstances, lost to history and legend. Its whereabouts had remained a secret, known only to a select few within the family. Li Wei's heart raced as he realized the implications of this newfound knowledge. The elemental medallion, a relic of untold power, could hold the key to unlocking his true potential as a mage. But it was also a responsibility, a legacy that he now bore as the last of the Wei family. Determined to uncover the truth, Li Wei delved deeper into his family's history. He sought the council of village elders who remembered the stories of Wei Xian and the elemental medallion. Their recollections hinted at a hidden chamber within the village, a chamber that held the key to the medallion's location. With Master Lao by his side, Li Wei embarked on a journey back to Qingyun, the village of his birth. Together, they ventured into the depths of the village, following the cryptic clues left by his ancestors. The path was fraught with challenges and trials, as they navigated ancient tunnels and deciphered riddles that guarded the secret of the hidden chamber. Along the way, Li Wei's mastery of elemental magic proved invaluable, as he summoned earth and water to overcome obstacles and uncover hidden passages. At last, deep within the heart of the village, Li Wei and Master Lao stood before a massive stone door, adorned with symbols and carvings that mirrored those on the family scroll. With reverence, Li Wei traced his fingers along the patterns, feeling a surge of energy that resonated with his own magical essence. With a concerted effort, Li Wei and Master Lao opened the stone door, revealing a chamber bathed in soft, ethereal light. At its center, on an ornate pedestal, rested the elemental medallion, an intricate masterpiece of elemental design, a fusion of earth, water, fire, and air. Li Wei approached the medallion with a mixture of awe and trepidation. He could feel the power emanating from it, a power that beckoned him to claim it as his own. As he reached out and touched the medallion, he felt an electric surge of energy course through him, a connection to his ancestors and the legacy of the Wei family. In that moment, Li Wei understood the true significance of his magical lineage. The Wei family had been guardians of the elements, protectors of their village, and stewards of the elemental medallion. It was a responsibility that he would embrace with humility and determination, a responsibility that would shape his destiny and the destiny of the empire itself. As he stood in the chamber with the elemental medallion in his hand, Li Wei's identity had become clearer than ever before. He was not just a humble farmer's son or a promising mage, he was a bearer of a legacy, a guardian of ancient magic, and a key player in a story that had spanned generations. The journey of self-discovery had brought him to this moment, and the path ahead held untold adventures and challenges, as he embraced his newfound role as the keeper of the elements. Chapter 9: The Dark Sorcerer's Threat. As Li Wei's knowledge and mastery of elemental magic grew, so did his reputation within the Imperial Academy and the court of the Imperial City. But the empire was not without its dark underbelly, and a malevolent force had begun to cast a long shadow over the realm, a dark sorcerer known as Shui Ren. Shui Ren's thirst for power was insatiable, and he sought to harness the forces of magic to further his own ambitions. He had gathered a group of followers who had embraced the forbidden and corruptive aspects of magic, seeking to plunge the empire into chaos. Rumors of Shui Ren's dark deeds reached the ears of the imperial court, and his actions threatened to destabilize the empire. The emperor, recognizing the need for a mage of extraordinary abilities, called upon Li Wei to confront the dark sorcerer and put an end to his reign of terror. The task was daunting, and Li Wei knew that he would face a formidable adversary. Shui Ren's command of dark magic was immense, and he wielded spells that twisted the elements into malevolent forces. It was a battle that would test not only Li Wei's magical prowess but also his resolve and inner strength. Master Lao, ever the wise mentor, prepared Li Wei for the encounter. He spoke of the delicate balance between light and darkness, good and evil, and how a true mage must strive to uphold the principles of harmony and protection. The battle against Shui Ren would not only be a test of power but also a test of character. The day of reckoning arrived, and Li Wei, along with Master Lao, set out to confront Shui Ren. They ventured into the dark heart of the imperial city, following a trail of magical disturbances and malevolent energy. The path led them to a hidden chamber beneath the city, where Shui Ren had established his lair. The chamber was a sinister spectacle, adorned with forbidden symbols and grotesque magical artifacts. Shui Ren, a figure shrouded in dark robes and wielding a staff of twisted, blackened wood, stood at the center. His eyes glowed with an eerie light, and the air around him crackled with malevolence. A battle of magic and willpower ensued, as Li Wei and Master Lao faced off against the dark sorcerer. Bolts of dark energy clashed with radiant beams of elemental light. The chamber trembled with the sheer force of their power, and the very walls seemed to bear witness to the struggle between good and evil. As the battle raged on, Li Wei found himself drawing upon every ounce of his training and resolve. He delved into the depths of his magical abilities, his connection to the elements, and his understanding of the delicate balance between power and responsibility. But it was not just his magic that would be tested. The battle against Shui Ren demanded personal growth, the ability to stand firm in the face of darkness, and the willingness to make sacrifices for the greater good. In the final, climactic confrontation, Li Wei tapped into the core of his being, channeling the essence of the elements. With a burst of radiant energy, he shattered Shui Ren's staff, rendering the dark sorcerer powerless. It was a moment of triumph, but it came at a cost. As Shui Ren lay defeated, his malevolence waning, Li Wei felt the strain of the battle take its toll. He had pushed his abilities to the limit, and it was clear that the encounter had left a mark, not just on his body but on his very soul. Master Lao, his eyes filled with pride and concern, approached his young apprentice. Li Wei, you have triumphed over the darkness, but you have also seen the sacrifices that come with wielding great power. The path of a mage is one of responsibility, and the choices you make will shape your destiny. With those words, Li Wei realized that personal growth was an ongoing journey, one that would be marked by battles both magical and internal. The confrontation with Shui Ren had tested him in ways he could not have foreseen, and the road ahead held further challenges, further opportunities for growth. As the dark sorcerer was led away, his threat to the empire neutralized, Li Wei knew that his journey was far from over. The battle against dark magic was an ongoing struggle, one that he was now committed to as a guardian of the elements. The path ahead held a promise of self-discovery, further mastery, and the unwavering determination to protect the realm from those who would seek to corrupt the balance of magic. Chapter 10, The Art of Healing. After the confrontation with the dark sorcerer Shui Ren and the subsequent battles against malevolent magic, Li Wei's perspective on his role as a mage began to evolve. While he had honed his skills in elemental magic and faced down adversaries, he came to realize the importance of another aspect of magic, the art of healing. The impact of Shui Ren's dark spells had left a trail of suffering throughout the empire. Innocent villagers and even fellow mages had fallen victim to his corruption. It was a stark reminder that the power of magic, when misused, could bring harm and devastation. Li Wei's journey led him to seek out the guidance of skilled healers and practitioners of restorative magic. He immersed himself in the study of healing spells and remedies, learning to mend wounds, cure ailments, and soothe the suffering of those affected by dark magic. Master Lao, recognizing the importance of compassion and responsibility in a mage's role, supported Li Wei's new path. He understood that being a guardian of the elements was not only about wielding power but also about using that power to protect and heal. As Li Wei delved into the art of healing, he discovered that it was a magic of a different kind, one that required not only a deep understanding of the body and its energies but also a profound sense of empathy and compassion. To heal the wounds of the body and spirit, one had to connect with the suffering of others on a fundamental level. Li Wei found himself working tirelessly to aid those affected by Shui Ren's dark spells. He traveled to villages and towns, using his newfound knowledge to alleviate pain, cure diseases, and mend broken spirits. The gratitude of those he helped was a reward that went beyond the satisfaction of mastering spells and incantations. The experiences of healing, both the physical and emotional, deepened Li Wei's understanding of the responsibilities that came with being a mage. It wasn't just about wielding power, it was about using that power for the greater good, about making a difference in the lives of those who depended on his abilities. The empire had many challenges, and the battle against dark magic was ongoing, but Li Wei now saw his role in a new light. He was not just a protector of the elements, he was a guardian of the people, a healer of wounds, and a source of hope in times of despair. As he stood amidst those he had helped, their smiles of gratitude a testament to the power of compassion and healing, Li Wei knew that his journey as a mage was far from over. The path ahead was one of continued growth, responsibility, and unwavering dedication to the well-being of the empire and its people. The art of healing had become an integral part of his identity, a reminder that the true measure of a mage was not only in the strength of their spells but in the depth of their compassion and their commitment to using their powers for the betterment of all. Chapter 11, Betrayal and Deception. Li Wei had come to understand that the world of magic, like the elements themselves, held both light and shadow. His journey as a guardian of the elements had been marked by victories and challenges, but nothing had prepared him for the betrayal that would shake the very foundation of trust among his allies. Throughout his adventures, Li Wei had developed deep bonds with fellow mages and scholars who shared his commitment to protecting the empire from the threats of dark magic. Among his closest allies was a mage named Shang, a skilled practitioner of water magic. They had faced countless challenges together, and Shang had earned Li Wei's trust. However, during a critical mission to uncover the whereabouts of a hidden artifact that could be used for dark purposes, Li Wei and his team were ambushed by a group of rogue mages who sought to seize the artifact for themselves. It was a deadly encounter, and as the battle raged, Li Wei was shocked to witness Shang revealing his true allegiance. He had been working with the rogue mages all along, secretly passing information about their actions and plans to the enemy. The consequences of Shang's deception were severe. The artifact fell into the hands of the rogue mages, a development that could have disastrous consequences for the empire. Trust among the allies was shattered, and Li Wei and his fellow mages were left to grapple with the weight of betrayal. Li Wei was faced with the difficult task of confronting Shang, his once loyal ally, and making a choice about how to address the breach of trust within their ranks. The consequences of deception were not only strategic, as their plans and actions were now exposed to the enemy, but also deeply personal, as the trust that had bound their group together was irrevocably broken. In the aftermath of the betrayal, Li Wei and his allies faced the daunting challenge of rebuilding trust and unity among their ranks. They understood that the battle against dark magic and the threats to the empire demanded solidarity and cooperation. The path ahead was fraught with both magical and interpersonal challenges. It was a struggle to distinguish friends from foes, to navigate the complex landscape of deception, and to determine how to confront the hidden forces that posed a grave danger to the realm. Li Wei realized that the world of magic was as intricate and unpredictable as the elements themselves. The journey ahead was marked not only by external adversaries but also by the complexities of trust, loyalty, and betrayal that shaped their quest to protect the empire. The unexpected betrayal had taught Li Wei a profound lesson about the intricacies of trust in the world of magic. It was a lesson that would forever influence his approach to both his allies and adversaries. The path of a guardian of the elements was not only one of power and responsibility but also of discernment and vigilance, where trust was a precious commodity that had to be guarded with the utmost care. Chapter 12: The Final Showdown. The moment of reckoning had arrived. The dark sorcerer Xueran, who had once threatened the empire with his malevolent magic, had returned, and the fate of the realm hung in the balance. Li Wei, having confronted betrayal and deception, stood determined to face his most formidable adversary in the climactic battle for the empire's future. Xueran had regrouped his forces, amassing a formidable army of rogue mages and dark creatures. Their dark magic tainted the very air, casting a shadow over the imperial city. Li Wei, along with his allies, understood that this was the final, decisive battle, an encounter that would determine the destiny of the empire and the future of its people. The imperial city, once a symbol of grandeur and power, had become a battleground of magic and conflict. Its streets trembled with the sheer force of the elemental spells that clashed in the epic confrontation. As Li Wei faced Xueran once more, the air crackled with tension. Bolts of dark energy clashed with radiant beams of elemental light. The ground quaked under the force of their magical exchanges, and the very elements themselves seemed to take sides in the battle. Li Wei's mastery of elemental magic had reached its zenith. With each incantation, he summoned the forces of earth, water, fire, and air to his aid. The elements responded to his call, swirling around him like an impenetrable shield and erupting in dazzling displays of power. But Xueran was no less formidable. His dark spells twisted the elements into malevolent forces, summoning storms of shadow and hurling bolts of corruption. It was a battle of not only power but also willpower, a clash of light against darkness. The battle raged on, neither side yielding an inch. The fate of the empire hung in the balance, and Li Wei knew that he could not falter. The lessons he had learned about the consequences of deception, the power of compassion, and the weight of trust had prepared him for this pivotal moment. With every fiber of his being, Li Wei channeled the essence of the elements, reaching deep within himself to draw upon their raw power. The air crackled with energy, and the very earth quivered with anticipation. In the final, climactic confrontation, Li Wei tapped into the core of his being. With a burst of radiant energy, he shattered Xueran's dark staff, rendering the dark sorcerer powerless. It was a moment of triumph, the culmination of his journey as a guardian of the elements. The battle ended, and the empire was once again free from the threat of dark magic. The imperial city, though scarred by the conflict, stood as a symbol of resilience and hope. Li Wei's allies and fellow mages gathered around him, their trust rebuilt through the trials they had faced together. The empire's destiny had been preserved, thanks to the unwavering determination of Li Wei and the mages who had stood by his side. Their journey had been marked by challenges, betrayals, and revelations, but it had also been a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of unity. As the sun set over the imperial city, its people rejoiced in the newfound peace and the promise of a brighter future. Li Wei, having emerged from the crucible of the final showdown, understood that his journey as a guardian of the elements would continue. The path ahead held not only the responsibility of protecting the realm but also the opportunity to shape a world where the elements and the magic within them were harnessed for the greater good. Chapter 13: A New Beginning. With the final showdown against the dark sorcerer Xueran concluded, the empire now stood on the precipice of a new beginning. The aftermath of the battle, the healing of the realm, and Li Wei's decision on how to use his newfound power would shape the future of the empire. The imperial city, though scarred by the battle, now bore the promise of renewal. The people of the empire came together to rebuild what had been damaged and to mend the wounds that the conflict had inflicted. Villages and towns once afflicted by dark magic now saw the return of prosperity and hope. Li Wei and his allies, having emerged victorious, were instrumental in the healing and restoration efforts. With his mastery of elemental and healing magic, Li Wei played a central role in mending not only physical damage but also the emotional scars that the conflict had left behind. As the empire entered this new chapter, Li Wei faced a pivotal decision regarding how to use his newfound power. He had learned the consequences of deception, the power of compassion, and the weight of trust. These lessons had shaped his understanding of his role as a guardian of the elements. Li Wei recognized that the world of magic was not just about the mastery of spells and incantations, it was about the responsible use of that power to protect and nurture the realm and its people. He understood that the empire's future depended not only on defending against external threats but also on fostering a harmonious relationship between magic and the world it inhabited. Li Wei's decision was clear. He would devote himself to maintaining the balance of magic within the empire. As a guardian of the elements, he would not only wield power but also ensure that power was used for the betterment of all. He would educate the next generation of mages, instilling in them the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust. He would work to mend the broken bonds of unity and forge new alliances among the diverse practitioners of magic within the empire. In times of conflict, he would be a force of protection, and in times of need, a beacon of healing. The empire had faced darkness and betrayal, but it would now be guided by the light of those who recognized the importance of unity and balance. The empire's future was no longer clouded by the threat of dark magic but illuminated by the promise of renewal and harmony. Li Wei's journey as a guardian of the elements was far from over, and as he looked to the horizon, he saw a world where the elements and magic were harnessed for the greater good, a world in which a new beginning would lead to a brighter, more harmonious future. Chapter 14, Inner Mastery. The months that followed the defeat of Shui Ren brought a newfound sense of peace and stability to the empire. The scars of the conflict had begun to heal, and the people were filled with hope for the future. Among those who had played a central role in this transformation was Li Wei, the guardian of the elements. With the threat of dark magic vanquished, he now turned his attention to his own inner mastery. Li Wei stood on a secluded terrace, surrounded by lush greenery and the gentle sound of a babbling brook. The morning sun bathed the landscape in warm, golden light, casting a tranquil glow over the area. It was in this serene setting that he had chosen to start each day, a place where he could focus on his inner journey and the mastery of his magical abilities. Master Lao, his ever-wise mentor, joined him. The pursuit of enlightenment is not a destination, Li Wei, he said, his voice carrying the weight of experience. It is a path that you must walk with dedication and humility. Li Wei nodded, his eyes fixed on the horizon. I understand, Master Lao. I have learned that true mastery goes beyond the manipulation of the elements. It is about understanding the harmony and balance that exists within. Master Lao smiled. You have come far, Li Wei. Your journey has been marked by challenges and triumphs, but now you are ready to explore the depths of your magical abilities. The mentor and apprentice began their morning practice. Li Wei focused his thoughts, channeling the energy of the elements that surrounded him. With a graceful gesture, he summoned a gentle breeze, feeling the air respond to his command. He extended his hand, and water flowed from a nearby stream, swirling and dancing at his fingertips. The mastery of the elements is not about dominating them, but about becoming one with them, Master Lao explained. It is about understanding their essence, their flow, and their connection to all living things. Li Wei closed his eyes, delving deeper into his magic. He could sense the earth beneath his feet, the flames of the sun, the whispers of the wind, and the wisdom of the water. It was as though the elements themselves were his companions, guiding him on his path to enlightenment. As weeks turned into months, Li Wei's pursuit of inner mastery continued. He ventured into the heart of the empire, seeking places of natural beauty and elemental significance. He meditated beneath ancient trees, bathed in the energy of waterfalls, and stood in awe before roaring volcanoes. The understanding of elemental balance became central to his practice. He learned that each element had its own strengths and weaknesses, its own ebb and flow, and that true mastery lay in knowing when to harness their power and when to let them rest. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Li Wei stood atop a cliff overlooking the sea. The waves crashed against the rocks, their rhythm a testament to the elemental dance that surrounded him. He took a deep breath and, with a sense of inner calm, summoned the elements. Water and air merged, creating a gentle mist that enveloped him. Earth and fire, in harmony, provided a warm, comforting light. Li Wei felt the power of the elements flow through him, a testament to his growing mastery. In the midst of his pursuit of inner mastery, Li Wei encountered a hermit sage who lived high in the mountains. The sage, known as Chen Rong, was said to possess a deep understanding of the elements and their balance. Li Wei sought his guidance, eager to learn from the sage's wisdom. Chen Rong welcomed Li Wei into his humble abode, a small cottage perched on the edge of a precipice. The sage, his hair long and silver, with eyes that sparkled like ancient emeralds, greeted his guest with a warm smile. "Welcome, young one," Chen Rong said. "You seek to master the elements, but do you understand the true nature of balance?" Li Wei nodded, humbled by the sage's presence. "I have learned that the harmony of the elements is a delicate dance, and that true mastery is about maintaining that balance." The sage's eyes twinkled with approval. "You are on the right path, but there is more to learn. Balance is not only external, it is also within. To master the elements, you must first master yourself." Under Chen Rong's tutelage, Li Wei embarked on an inner journey of self-discovery. He learned that true mastery of the elements required not only a deep connection to the world around him but also a profound understanding of his own strengths and weaknesses. The sage guided Li Wei through meditation and introspection. They delved into the depths of his soul, uncovering hidden fears, doubts, and insecurities. Li Wei confronted his inner demons, his uncertainties about his role as a guardian of the elements, and his lingering questions about the betrayal he had faced. As days turned into weeks, Li Wei began to unravel the intricate web of his own emotions. He understood that to master the elements, he had to master his own heart and mind. The elements were a reflection of his inner state, and to achieve harmony in the world, he had to achieve harmony within. One evening, as the moon cast its silvery glow upon the mountain, Chen Rong presented Li Wei with a final challenge. To master the elements, the sage said, you must face the test of mastery. This is not a test of strength, but a test of understanding, balance, and inner harmony. The sage led Li Wei to a secluded glade bathed in moonlight. There, they stood before a massive boulder that seemed immovable. Chen Rong gestured to it. This boulder represents the elements, steadfast and unyielding. Your task is not to move it but to understand it. Li Wei gazed at the boulder, his mind filled with questions. How could he possibly understand something so monumental? Chen Rong placed a hand on Li Wei's shoulder. To master the elements is to know when to act and when to be still. The boulder is a symbol of the unyielding force of the elements. Your challenge is to attune your inner balance to its essence. Li Wei closed his eyes and began to meditate, his thoughts and emotions merging with the energy of the boulder. As he focused, he felt a profound connection, a sense of unity with the earth and the elements. It was a transcendent experience, a moment of profound understanding. Days turned into weeks as Li Wei continued his practice and introspection under Chen Rong's guidance. The sage shared his knowledge of ancient texts and mystical teachings, guiding Li Wei in the pursuit of inner mastery. The final lesson came when Li Wei stood on a precipice overlooking a serene valley. He felt the energy of the elements flowing through him, a harmony that resonated with the world around him. It was a testament to the journey he had undertaken, a journey that had led to the attainment of inner mastery. Chen Rong approached him, a knowing smile on his face. You have achieved what few mages ever attain, Li Wei. You have not only mastered the elements but also yourself. The pursuit of enlightenment is a lifelong endeavor, but you are well on your way. Li Wei bowed in gratitude to the sage. I owe my understanding to your guidance, Chen Rong. The lessons I have learned, both in magic and in life, have been invaluable. With his newfound inner mastery, Li Wei returned to the imperial city, a changed guardian of the elements. He understood that the path of mastery was an ongoing journey, one marked by continuous growth and self-discovery. His role was not only to protect the empire from external threats but also to foster a sense of balance, harmony, and unity within the realm. As he walked the streets of the city, he felt the connection between the elements and the people, a bond that he was determined to strengthen. Li Wei was not just a guardian, he was a beacon of enlightenment and a source of inspiration for those who sought to understand the intricate dance of the elements. The empire had faced darkness and betrayal, but it had emerged stronger and more united. Li Wei's journey as a guardian had led to a new beginning, not only for the realm but also for himself. He knew that the pursuit of inner mastery and enlightenment would be a lifelong endeavor, one that would shape the destiny of the empire and the world of magic itself. As the sun set over the imperial city, its people looked to the future with hope and determination, guided by the wisdom of a guardian who had not only mastered the elements but had also discovered the profound beauty of inner harmony. Chapter 15, A Love Found. In the heart of the imperial city, amid the bustling streets and the whispers of ancient magic, a new chapter in Li Wei's life was about to unfold. The peace that had settled over the empire after the defeat of Shui Ren brought with it unexpected joys, and among them was the blossoming of a romance that would test the guardian of the elements in ways he had never imagined. Li Wei had been attending a gathering of mages and scholars, an event held to celebrate the newfound harmony within the empire. The occasion was marked by magical displays, intellectual discussions, and the exchange of wisdom. As he moved through the crowd, he noticed a fellow mage, Mei Lin, whose grace and aura of magic drew his attention. Mei Lin possessed an extraordinary talent for water magic. Her control over the element was as fluid as the streams she commanded. Her eyes, the color of a tranquil pond, held a depth of understanding that intrigued Li Wei. With a shy smile, he approached her. Your control of water magic is truly remarkable, Li Wei remarked, genuine admiration in his voice. Mei Lin's eyes sparkled with appreciation. And your mastery of the elements is equally impressive, Li Wei. I have heard of your battles against the forces of darkness. It is an honor to meet you. As they conversed, a connection blossomed between them, a shared love for the magic that bound their lives together. It was a spark of camaraderie that would eventually ignite into something more profound. Li Wei and Mei Lin began spending more time together, sharing stories of their journeys and experiences as mages. They trained side by side, their magic intertwining like the elements themselves. As the days turned into weeks, their bond deepened, and they found solace and understanding in each other's presence. In Mei Lin, Li Wei discovered a kindred spirit. She possessed a deep sense of compassion and a belief in the importance of using their magical abilities for the betterment of the realm. Their conversations were filled with discussions about the harmony of the elements and the balance of magic. Mei Lin, in turn, found in Li Wei a source of inspiration and strength. His unwavering commitment to his duty as a guardian of the elements resonated with her. She admired his determination to protect the empire and the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust that he held dear. The transition from friendship to romance happened gradually, like the changing of seasons. It was a moment of shared laughter, a lingering touch, and the realization that their hearts had found a deeper connection. One evening, as they stood beneath a canopy of stars, Li Wei's hand brushed against Mei Lin's. The touch sent a shiver through his being, and it was then that he understood the depth of his feelings. He gazed into Mei Lin's eyes. His heart laid bare, and he confessed, Mei Lin, I have found something extraordinary in you. My heart is drawn to you like a moth to a flame. Mei Lin's response was a soft smile, her hand finding his. Li Wei, I have felt the same. Your strength, your compassion, and your unwavering commitment to the realm have touched my heart in ways I cannot fully express. And in that moment, beneath the tapestry of the night sky, their love was sealed with a kiss, a promise of a future where their magic and their hearts would be entwined. As Li Wei and Mei Lin's love blossomed, they faced the challenges of balancing their growing relationship with their responsibilities as mages. The world of magic was a complex one, marked by external threats and internal struggles. Their commitment to the empire demanded their utmost attention and dedication. There were moments of doubt and uncertainty. Li Wei questioned whether he could protect the realm and still be the partner Mei Lin deserved. Mei Lin, too, grappled with the balance between her love for Li Wei and her duty as a mage. In those moments of uncertainty, they turned to each other for support. They realized that their love was a source of strength, a beacon that illuminated the path ahead. Their connection, built on shared values and a profound understanding of each other's dreams and responsibilities, became a source of inspiration. Li Wei and Mei Lin's love was not without its challenges, but it was a bond that was forged in the crucible of magic and duty. They complemented each other in ways that extended beyond the realms of the heart, becoming allies in the quest to protect the empire and nurture the harmony of the elements. Their love became a testament to the enduring power of unity and balance. They learned that love and duty were not opposing forces but could coexist in harmony, each strengthening the other. Li Wei and Mei Lin were living examples of the principles they held dear: responsibility, compassion, and trust. As they walked the path of love and duty together, they knew that the journey ahead would be marked by challenges, but also by the unwavering commitment to the realm and to each other. Their love was a force of magic and a source of inspiration for those who witnessed the profound connection between the guardian of the elements and the mage of water. Chapter 16: The Elemental Council. The imperial city stood as a beacon of harmony and unity, thanks to the tireless efforts of the mages and scholars who had dedicated themselves to the realm. Among them was Li Wei, the guardian of the elements, and his love, Mei Lin, a skilled mage of water. Their bond had grown stronger, and their shared commitment to the empire had become an inseparable part of their lives. As the empire continued to flourish, a new development was on the horizon: a call to serve on the Elemental Council. This prestigious group of mages, comprised of the most powerful and respected individuals in the realm, was entrusted with the responsibility of overseeing the balance of the elements and the realm's well-being. Li Wei received the summons to join the council, a recognition of his expertise and dedication. Li Wei and Mei Lin arrived at the council's grand chambers, a place where the intricate web of elemental magic met the currents of political discourse. The room was adorned with ancient tapestries and mystical symbols, and the air seemed to hum with the energy of the elements themselves. The council members, each representing a different aspect of elemental magic, greeted them. Among them was Master Lao, Li Wei's mentor and a respected figure in the realm. The atmosphere was a blend of respect, camaraderie, and a sense of solemn duty. The head of the council, an elderly mage known as Grandmaster Wu, spoke with authority and wisdom. "We have summoned you, Li Wei, to join our ranks because of your unwavering commitment to the empire and your mastery of the elements. You, and your love, Mei Lin, have demonstrated the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust that we hold dear." Li Wei felt a deep sense of honor and humility as he accepted the offer to join the Elemental Council. He knew that this new responsibility came with great challenges and that his life would take a different course. As a member of the Elemental Council, Li Wei found himself navigating the intricate web of politics and responsibility. The council's meetings were filled with discussions about maintaining the balance of the elements, addressing the needs of the realm, and making crucial decisions about the use of magic. He learned that the realm was not without its complexities. There were differing opinions among council members, each representing a specific aspect of elemental magic, and the decisions made could have far-reaching consequences. Mei Lin, who had always been by his side, became a valuable ally in the council's chambers. Her wisdom and diplomacy were evident as she contributed to the discussions with grace and insight. Their love, a source of strength, provided a unique perspective on the challenges they faced. Li Wei and Mei Lin's commitment to the realm was unwavering, but the challenges of leadership weighed heavily on them. They were tasked with making difficult decisions, finding compromises among council members, and addressing the concerns of the people. One particularly challenging issue was the use of elemental magic in agriculture. Some council members argued for a more liberal approach, allowing the use of magic to increase crop yields and alleviate hunger. Others believed that it could disrupt the balance of the elements and lead to unforeseen consequences. Li Wei and Mei Lin were faced with the daunting task of finding a solution that would serve the empire's best interests. They listened to the arguments, considered the potential risks, and ultimately proposed a carefully regulated approach that would harness the benefits of magic while minimizing its impact on the elements. The weight of responsibility extended beyond the council's chambers. Li Wei and Mei Lin had to balance their roles as council members with their duties as protectors of the realm. The empire still faced external threats, and their skills were needed in times of crisis. Their love provided solace in moments of doubt. Li Wei could always find support and encouragement in Mei Lin's eyes, and she, in turn, drew strength from his unwavering commitment to the realm. Grandmaster Wu, the head of the council, recognized the challenges they faced and spoke to them with wisdom. The path of leadership is not without its trials, but your love, your unity, and your shared commitment to the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust will guide you. As Li Wei and Mei Lin continued to serve on the Elemental Council, they realized that their love, their bond, and their shared commitment were a source of inspiration. The Empire had faced darkness and betrayal, but it had emerged stronger and more united. Their journey was not without challenges, but it was marked by the unwavering pursuit of unity and balance. Their love, a testament to the principles they held dear, was a force of magic and a source of inspiration for those who looked to the council for guidance. As the empire continued to thrive, the legacy of unity and balance lived on. Li Wei and Mei Lin, alongside their fellow council members, were determined to protect the realm and ensure that the harmony of the elements was preserved for generations to come. In the heart of the imperial city, where magic and responsibility intersected, they walked a path that was not only marked by their love for each other but also by their deep commitment to the realm, a commitment that would shape the destiny of the empire and the world of magic itself. Chapter 17, The Elemental War. The realm was in a state of balance and harmony, thanks to the dedication and wisdom of the Elemental Council. However, beneath the surface, tensions simmered among the various elemental factions. As the empire's power and prosperity grew, so did the desires and ambitions of those who wielded the elemental magic. The first signs of discord emerged when a faction of fire mages, led by the charismatic and powerful Fire Lord Shan, began to assert their dominance. They believed that the control of fire magic should be centralized under their leadership, claiming that the volatile element required strict regulation to prevent chaos. The water mages, led by Mei Lin, were vehemently opposed to this proposal. They argued that the control of water magic should remain decentralized, allowing local communities to harness the element for their needs while maintaining the balance of the natural world. As tensions flared, the other elemental factions, earth, air, and various sub-factions within each element, were drawn into the conflict. The realm stood on the brink of an elemental war, a cataclysm that could disrupt the balance of the world. The Elemental Council, charged with maintaining the harmony of the elements, was faced with a daunting task. The council members had once been united in their vision, but now they were divided by the rising tensions. Li Wei and Mei Lin were in a difficult position. As members of the council, they had to navigate the complex web of politics and responsibilities, but they also understood the importance of preserving the balance of the elements. The conflict threatened to unravel the unity they had worked so hard to establish. In a heated council meeting, Fire Lord Shan proposed the centralization of fire magic, arguing that it was the only way to ensure the realm's safety. Mei Lin, with unwavering determination, countered that such centralization would disrupt the balance of the elements and lead to even greater strife. Li Wei, recognizing the critical role he played as a mediator, urged for a peaceful resolution. We must find a way to balance the needs of the elemental factions with the well-being of the realm. The path to harmony is one of understanding and compromise. Despite their efforts, the factions grew increasingly polarized, and the realm began to descend into chaos. Elemental clashes became more frequent, and the land itself seemed to respond to the discord, with natural disasters and uncontrolled magical events becoming more common. Li Wei and Mei Lin realized that the situation had grown dire. The balance of the elements was unraveling, and the empire faced the very catastrophe they had worked so hard to prevent. With heavy hearts, they turned to Grandmaster Wu, the head of the council, seeking guidance on how to avert disaster. The realm is on the brink of an elemental war, Li Wei told the Grandmaster. The unity we have strived to protect is crumbling. Grandmaster Wu nodded with a somber expression. The path to unity is not always smooth, but it is essential. It is time for the council to take decisive action. In a council meeting held on a fateful evening, the members of the Elemental Council came to a pivotal decision. They agreed that a neutral council of elders, representing all elemental factions, should be established to mediate the conflicts and find a compromise that would preserve the balance of the elements. Li Wei and Mei Lin, as respected members of the council, were chosen to lead the council of elders. Their love, their shared commitment to the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust, made them the ideal leaders to mediate the tensions that had arisen. Fire Lord Shan and Mei Lin, despite their opposing views, both accepted the Council of Elders' authority, understanding the need for a neutral body to guide their decisions. Li Wei and Mei Lin, alongside the Council of Elders, began a tireless effort to mediate the disputes between the elemental factions. Their approach was rooted in understanding and compromise, and they worked to find common ground that would allow each faction to maintain its unique identity while respecting the balance of the elements. It was a challenging process, marked by long and intense negotiations. The factions were deeply entrenched in their beliefs, and letting go of their demands was not easy. However, the love and unwavering commitment of Li Wei and Mei Lin served as a source of inspiration for the Council of Elders. The council held countless meetings and discussions, addressing the concerns and aspirations of each faction. They proposed a system of checks and balances that would allow the centralized regulation of fire magic, while also ensuring the preservation of local control and balance within the realm. After months of arduous negotiations, a fragile truce was reached. The elemental factions reluctantly agreed to the compromise, recognizing that the balance of the elements and the well-being of the realm were at stake. Fire Lord Shan, despite his initial resistance, acknowledged the importance of a unified approach. Mei Lin, with her deep commitment to balance, saw the compromise as a step toward preserving the harmony of the elements. Li Wei and Mei Lin's unwavering love and commitment to the realm had played a pivotal role in bringing about this resolution. Their shared values of responsibility, compassion, and trust were not just principles but guiding forces that had inspired the factions to find common ground. The compromise established by the Council of Elders allowed the empire to maintain its prosperity and unity. The balance of the elements was preserved, and the realm continued to thrive. Li Wei and Mei Lin, alongside the Council of Elders, had averted catastrophe and ensured that the legacy of unity and balance was preserved. Their love and commitment to the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust had proven to be a beacon of hope in a world threatened by division. The empire faced many challenges in the years that followed, but it was the shared wisdom of the Council of Elders, the dedication of the elemental factions, and the guiding hand of the Elemental Council that allowed the realm to prosper. Li Wei and Mei Lin continued to serve on the council, ensuring that the balance of the elements remained intact. Their journey had been marked by love, responsibility, and unwavering commitment to the realm. It was a testament to the enduring power of unity and balance, and it served as a source of inspiration for generations to come. As the sun set over the imperial city, its people looked to the future with gratitude and determination, guided by the wisdom of those who had preserved the harmony of the elements. In a world where magic and responsibility intersected, they walked a path that was not only marked by their love for each other but also by their deep commitment to the realm, a commitment that would shape the destiny of the empire and the world of magic itself. Chapter 18, Sacrifices and Choices. The years passed, and Li Wei and Mei Lin continued to serve on the Elemental Council, ensuring the realm's balance and unity. Their shared commitment to the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust had become a cornerstone of their lives. However, as time went on, they faced increasingly difficult choices and sacrifices in their quest to bring lasting peace to the empire. Despite the compromise reached by the Council of Elders, tensions between the elemental factions remained. The delicate balance of the elements was constantly threatened by individual ambitions and ideological differences. The need for unity and harmony had never been greater, and the burden on Li Wei and Mei Lin weighed heavily. One evening, as they stood on the terrace of their home, gazing at the stars, Li Wei expressed his concerns. Mei Lin, the realm's harmony is fragile, and it seems that our efforts have only delayed the inevitable. How can we bring lasting peace when the factions remain divided? Mei Lin took his hand and looked into his eyes with unwavering determination. We may not be able to change the beliefs of the factions, but we can continue to be a force of unity. Our commitment to the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust is a source of inspiration. We must lead by example. Li Wei nodded, reassured by Mei Lin's wisdom. You are right. Our love and our values can guide us through these turbulent times. As the elemental factions continued to clash, a new crisis emerged, an external threat in the form of a powerful dark sorcerer who sought to exploit the realm's divisions for his own gain. Li Wei and Mei Lin realized that they had to confront this threat and protect the realm from an even greater catastrophe. The decision to leave their roles on the Elemental Council was a difficult one. They recognized that their responsibilities as protectors of the realm had to take precedence. They knew that the sacrifices they were about to make would be significant. In a council meeting, Li Wei spoke with a heavy heart. We must temporarily step down from our positions on the council to face this new threat. Our duty to the realm demands our full attention. The council members, understanding the gravity of the situation, accepted their decision with respect and gratitude. Grand Master Wu, their mentor and guide, offered his support. Your sacrifices are a testament to your unwavering commitment. Go and protect the realm, for you carry the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust in your hearts. Li Wei and Mei Lin embarked on their mission to confront the dark sorcerer who threatened the realm. The journey was perilous, filled with battles against dark magic and encounters with malevolent creatures. They drew strength from their love and their shared commitment to the principles that had guided their lives. The battle against the dark sorcerer was fierce and unrelenting. Li Wei's mastery of the elements and Mei Lin's control over water magic were formidable, but their adversary possessed great power. It was a test of their resolve and a demonstration of the sacrifices they were willing to make for the realm. In the midst of the battle, Li Wei and Mei Lin were confronted with a difficult choice. The dark sorcerer offered them power and influence in exchange for their loyalty. The temptation was great, and the realization that they could use such power to impose their vision of unity and harmony was alluring. Mei Lin looked at Li Wei with a mixture of determination and sadness. Our love, our commitment to the realm, and the principles we hold dear must guide us. We cannot compromise our values for personal gain. Li Wei nodded, his resolve unwavering. Our sacrifices have brought us to this moment. We must protect the realm, even at the cost of our own desires. In a final, climactic battle, Li Wei and Mei Lin, guided by their principles, confronted the dark sorcerer. It was a battle of wills, a test of their commitment to the realm's harmony. Their love and their sacrifices became a source of strength, and the dark sorcerer's power began to wane. As the dark sorcerer was defeated, the empire was saved from a grave threat. Li Wei and Mei Lin had made the ultimate sacrifice, the choice to put the realm's well-being above their own desires. They had demonstrated that the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust were not just words but guiding forces that could shape the destiny of the realm. In the aftermath of their victory, Li Wei and Mei Lin returned to the Elemental Council, their sacrifices and choices etched in their hearts. The council members recognized the depth of their commitment and the wisdom they had gained through their trials. Grandmaster Wu spoke with pride. Your sacrifices and choices have strengthened the unity of the council and the realm. Your unwavering commitment to the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust is a legacy that will endure. The realm faced new challenges, as all realms do, but Li Wei and Mei Lin continued to serve as inspirations for the generations that followed. Their love, their sacrifices, and their choices became a beacon of hope, a reminder that the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust were not mere ideals but guiding forces that could shape the destiny of the realm. In the years that followed, the realm found a new era of prosperity and harmony. The elemental factions, influenced by Li Wei and Mei Lin's unwavering commitment, gradually began to prioritize the principles that had guided the council. The unity of the realm, though tested by occasional challenges, was preserved. Li Wei and Mei Lin, despite the sacrifices they had made, found solace in the knowledge that their love and their values had left an indelible mark on the realm. Their journey had been marked by personal growth and self-discovery, and their commitment to the principles they held dear continued to inspire those who sought harmony and unity in a world filled with complexity. As they looked out over the imperial city, their hands intertwined, they knew that their sacrifices and choices had been worth it. Their love was a testament to the enduring power of unity and balance, and it served as a source of inspiration for generations to come. In a world where magic and responsibility intersected, they walked a path that was not only marked by their love for each other but also by their deep commitment to the realm, a commitment that had shaped the destiny of the empire and the world of magic itself. Chapter 19, The Legacy. Years had passed since the days when Li Wei was just a humble farmer's son, discovering his magical abilities in a remote village in feudal China. His journey had been one marked by challenges, love, responsibility, and difficult choices. Now, as he stood on the terrace of his home in the imperial city, he took a moment to reflect on the legacy he would leave behind. The realm had continued to thrive, its unity and balance preserved through the efforts of the Elemental Council and the Council of Elders. The principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust had become a cornerstone of governance and a guiding force for the empire. Li Wei's mentor and friend, Grandmaster Wu, joined him on the terrace, their eyes fixed on the horizon. The realm is at peace, Li Wei, and your journey has played a significant role in achieving that. Your legacy will endure. Li Wei nodded, a sense of contentment in his heart. It has been a journey of self-discovery, Grandmaster, and one marked by love and responsibility. I am grateful for the path that led me here. As the realm looked to the future, there was a sense of optimism and hope. The legacy of unity and balance that Li Wei and Mei Lin had championed was not just a memory but a living principle. The elemental factions, influenced by their commitment to the realm's well-being, had come to recognize the importance of working together. Li Wei had witnessed the growth of the next generation of mages, a generation inspired by the values he had upheld. As he walked through the streets of the imperial city, he saw young apprentices learning the intricacies of elemental magic, guided by the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust. Mei Lin, by his side as always, remarked, "The future of magic in feudal China is a bright one, Li Wei. Your legacy has ensured that the realm's harmony will be preserved for generations to come." Li Wei looked into her eyes, his love and gratitude evident. "And your wisdom, Mei Lin, has been the guiding light that has illuminated our path. Together, we have left a legacy that will shape the destiny of the empire." As Li Wei and Mei Lin continued their life together, they realized that their journey was not just a story of the past but an ongoing cycle. The realm faced new challenges, and the principles they had upheld were ever relevant. The next generation of mages, inspired by their legacy, would carry the torch of unity and balance forward. The council members, the elemental factions, and the Council of Elders understood the importance of preserving the realm's harmony. In the heart of the imperial city, where magic and responsibility intersected, Li Wei and Mei Lin walked a path that was not only marked by their love for each other but also by their deep commitment to the realm. Their journey was a testament to the enduring power of unity and balance, a legacy that would continue to shape the destiny of the empire and the world of magic itself. And as the sun set over the imperial city, its people looked to the future with hope and determination, guided by the wisdom of a guardian who had not only mastered the elements but had also discovered the profound beauty of unity and balance. The legacy of Li Wei and Mei Lin would live on, an unbroken cycle of responsibility, compassion, and trust, a legacy that would forever shape the realm they had devoted their lives to protecting. Chapter 20, Epilogue. The world had entered a new era, one shaped by the actions and the unwavering commitment of Li Wei, the guardian of the elements, and Mei Lin, the mage of water. Their journey had been a testament to the enduring power of unity and balance, and its effects were evident in every corner of the realm. As Li Wei and Mei Lin stood on the same terrace that had witnessed their reflections, they could see the changes that had taken place. The imperial city, once marked by discord, was now a symbol of harmony. The elemental factions, once divided, now worked together to preserve the realm's balance. The principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust had become the guiding force behind governance and decision-making. The legacy left behind by Li Wei and Mei Lin had touched the hearts and minds of the realm's inhabitants, ensuring that their values endured. The world was filled with hope and optimism. The next generation of mages and leaders, inspired by the legacy of unity and balance, embraced their responsibilities with a deep understanding of their significance. They were guided by the love and the values that had shaped the empire. Li Wei and Mei Lin, who had walked a path marked by love, responsibility, and difficult choices, found solace in the knowledge that their journey had not just been a chapter in the realm's history but an ongoing legacy. The empire was at peace, and the balance of the elements remained intact. In the final moments of their reflection, Li Wei turned to Mei Lin and took her hand. "Our journey has been a remarkable one, filled with love, challenges, and sacrifices. I am grateful that it led us to this moment, to a world where unity and balance prevail." Mei Lin smiled, her eyes reflecting the love and wisdom they had shared. "Our legacy lives on in the hearts of those we have inspired. The principles we upheld will shape the destiny of this realm for generations to come." In the heart of the imperial city, where magic and responsibility intersected, Li Wei and Mei Lin knew that they were witnessing the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. The legacy they had left behind was not just a memory but a living force that would continue to shape the realm's destiny. As the sun set over the imperial city, casting a warm and golden light over the land, its people looked to the future with gratitude and determination. The world had been transformed by the actions and the love of a guardian and a mage, who had not only mastered the elements but had also discovered the profound beauty of unity and balance. Their journey was a testament to the enduring power of love and the unwavering commitment to the principles of responsibility, compassion, and trust. It was a story of hope and inspiration, a legacy that would forever shape the realm they had devoted their lives to protecting. In the realm of feudal China, a new era had begun, and it was a world where unity and balance prevailed, a world shaped by the legacy of Li Wei and Mei Lin.